I don't know if I want to stream anymore. I feel like this is a video that's been a long time coming. And I'm burnt out for a lot of reasons. So, and I haven't been around the internet for a minute. So let's just get into it, dude. I have a couple of notes written down, so we'll go through those bad boys. I feel like every couple of months, I piss someone off or upset someone, or I have to ban someone, because I either upset them deeply or they do something wrong that I feel that I'd say a decent amount of the community feels is wrong, right? One of those two reasons. And it causes problems, whether that be just me feeling like absolute garbage about the situation and how it played out, whether me feeling like guilty for it, or just the fact that it then causes a ton of fallout between me and my other streamer friends, or just my friends in general. And I don't like that. I don't know if that's a problem with me, if that's just there's people that are easily upsettable, a lot of people that are easily upsettable that I let in very close to me, or even just in general in my chat in friendship. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't think I'll ever know why this seems to happen to me a lot. And I don't mean to say like me as a victim, right? Like, or trying to play the victim, right? But like, I just genuinely don't know. Like, looking at the patterns of streaming, literally every 6 months to a year, maybe every 6 to 14 months, there is some sort of a fallout that happens between me and a friend, or just a regular chatter. And I've never, I guess it's my own fault for not being friends with more streamers, or like close enough friends to ask them this, but I've never heard of someone experiencing this, so it might just straight up be a me problem. I might be the problem here. I might be the one causing it, and I don't really know how to prevent that, other than change who I am. And I've tried a lot. I've made, and I can do more. So let me just say that I can definitely do more, but I don't really know. Thinking about the situation that is developing currently that has been bothering me, or that I feel like could end up being one of these situations, I don't really know how to avoid it anymore. I feel like other than just not making jokes or being a personality that is joking on the internet, like a joyous joking person. So there's different situations in the past that I can totally now in hindsight be like, oh yeah, I was a dumbass there, or like, oh yeah, no, that was just meant to happen, it was never going to work out as a friendship. But or like, oh yeah, I was just straight up to that person, I was a bad friend. And I think to a lot of people I'd be a bad friend to that, or that they would consider me a bad friend. That's why I don't have a shit ton of friends, But I genuinely don't know in some of these situations how I can do something better to make things better, in the future. I don't know how to prevent this from happening. And I feel like it's bound to continue to happen because either chat's too small, or I make people feel comfortable enough that they can start to do super parasocial shit that then pushes me to a point where I feel like I have to ban someone or make some sort of statement or go out of the way. I really don't know. I'm very much rambling right now. I did not plan on rambling this much. I literally have notes to try and keep myself on track. Something I've come to realize, right, that I've tried to tell myself that I'm not this type of person, but I really am, I'm sensitive, dude. And I've tried to tell myself so many times throughout life that I'm not sensitive, and I keep wanting to be a person that's not sensitive, but really I am. I'm such a sensitive person. And I've tried to continue to like have like the Doug stance of like, oh, it's okay, like people are hanging out with me and like it's fun, and it's like, or not like hanging out with me, but like I'm a streamer and like that's what comes with it. But like I can't always fully just be like, oh yeah, it's a joke, right? Because sometimes people hit things that actually bother me, or they go so over the top that it actually starts to hurt my feelings a lot. And sometimes it'll hurt my feelings for a couple hours, a couple days. Sometimes it'll be a couple weeks. Sometimes there's shit that people have said to me that still bugs me almost every fucking day of my life, dude, on the internet, right? And, you know, I don't know how I can consistently keep doing that. You know, for a while, I would kind of shut jokes down. And then recently I've been trying to be more open about it and like take that shit head on. But I don't know. I feel like maybe me being live so much has opened me up a lot more to, you know, being vulnerable to these type of things happening and these type of weaknesses, vulnerabilities maybe, because like, I don't know. I think that's where it really starts to hit me the worst, like when people will say shit about me and it actually starts to bother me a lot. Which kind of goes to the next thing that I've written down here, which is I feel like talking shit is one-sided a lot of times on stream. And I'm sorry if I ever made anyone feel like, you know, that's totally fine. Like it doesn't hurt me, right? But like, to be honest, it really does like hurt me a lot of the times. Like it hurts my feelings that people can shit on me almost constantly. And then if I try and say one thing back, or not one thing back, a couple of things back in a joking way, right? Just like trying to like make myself laugh at the fact that they've been shitting on me a ton. Then it gets hit with an even worse response. And then we almost go to number one issue that I brought up, which is a complete fallout and crumbling of a friendship and a group of people that sometimes leads to multiple people not fucking with me. And honestly, I'm a fucking people pleaser. I don't want multiple people not to fuck with me. Like, I've made enough dumb fucking mistakes in my life that enough people don't fuck with me, and I'm sure I'm gonna make more that I know that enough people aren't gonna fuck with me. I don't need any more doing that because I'm trying to match the energy of someone in a fucking Twitch chat, right? Which I feel like that isn't only a me thing because I've heard multiple streamers talk about this type of thing, right? And for some people, they don't care, whatever. If somebody gets upset, whatever, dude, right? But I feel like I've intertwined myself so much with parasocial relationships, which is a fault of my own, which I also have, I already remember I have a note written down about that. But that it genuinely bothers me. I'm just going to read out loud what I have written down here. YouTube and other social media completely destroy me after a while, and maybe I'm just an all-around unlikable because most comments are shitting on me. I don't fucking know what the fuck. And again, like, this is like, maybe I'm playing the victim here, right? Maybe it's totally me playing the victim. But, like, I uploaded a pirate software video the other day, and you can go watch it. It's just me, like, talking about it, and, like, I warned people. I'm like, yeah, I talk a lot, and, like, you know, whatever, like, go watch the original video. It's like 120 dislikes to 1 like. And I don't even know, like, there's no constructive criticism, right? It's just people shitting on, like, saying I talk too fast and that I'm unbearable and they're happy to dislike the video. It's like, dude, I don't even understand. It's not even people outwardly talking about being pirate software offenders or people that, like, you know, whatever, want to hear the truth or whatever. Like, some videos I totally get that, right? Like the Tectone video, I got bombarded with Tectone fans. Okay, that's fair. All right, I get it. He's a popular public figure. You always have that possibility, especially when it comes to online figures because they have so many parasocial people, right? I get that. I knew what I was getting myself into there. The pirate software video, I thought maybe it would be like 3, 5, 10 pirate software fans are like, fuck you, whatever, yada yada, and then it was just gonna be like whatever else, right? But no, like, these people are genuinely like being like, you're annoying, and I get that. Like, on my Instagram reels, literally people are like telling me like, you're annoying. YouTube shorts, you're annoying, you have no future here, like this shit. And it's starting to really break me down. Like, I'm having a good fucking day with my fucking family the other day, and I open my YouTube app and I'm like, oh cool, video's doing well. I look and it's fucking pirate software comments of people being like, you talk too much, you're fucking annoying, or some shit like that, dude. Like, it genuinely made me so fucking sad. I like, oh, again, not to be like, oh poor me, but like, I literally almost cried, dude. Like, it's so bad. It hit me with such a noticeable hit of anxiety that I literally like almost had a panic attack fucking going to a gas station, go to the restroom, dude. Like, it was so fucking bad. And I can keep saying, like, oh, it doesn't bother me. Oh, whatever. Like, whatever. People are going to hate. But when it's overwhelming, dude, when it's like, YouTube and fucking all the other short form content is shitting on me constantly, it starts to hurt my fucking mental really badly. To circle back around to point one, people in Twitch chat, and a lot of people have apologized for this whenever it happens, but sometimes people like don't at all understand, right? They'll bring up people that I clearly don't want to talk about, or like I have some people's usernames banned, just not because I fucking hate these people. Let me think, hold on. There is I can say this confidently now, as in, as some time has passed since the last, fallout of people that I don't associate with anymore, or don't consider my friends or whatever, right? There is no one that I genuinely hate, right? I had a lot of anger towards a couple of people, right, that I felt like really wronged me, but really going through life, I've realized that, and I had like kind of a breakthrough conversation with Chucky earlier. I guess there's a chance that this gets seen by more people, so that's my girlfriend, sorry. Earlier this year, and I realized that, like, even if I felt justified in, like, talking shit about this person or the way that I handled it, it doesn't mean that it was right. It doesn't mean that that was the right thing to do. And I definitely made it worse, and I definitely, in every single situation, could have handled things better now, looking back at it. And even then, if I had really thought and really used my brain, a lot of these situations I could have handled so much better. I had the guts to be willing to just, like, talk one-on-one with someone, right? In a different way. I could have done better. And I genuinely feel bad, and I feel guilt about that. And that is why some usernames are just blocked out on my Twitch chat. And some people don't fucking get it. They don't understand, right? And they don't, and it's the internet. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's not, it's not that deep, bro. But, like, genuinely, not only do I feel bad about that type of shit, but I don't want to say shit on stream so that it stirs up other issues, and then those people, like, reach out to those people. It's like a whole thing of us playing fucking telephone, or me having to, talk to these people directly after they should just be going about their lives. Everybody should just move on and go about their lives and live a happy fucking life in their own way. I don't, my fucking Twitch chat does not need to be bringing them up again, which starts another issue. Or I don't need to explain that we're no longer friends, and then they go talk shit to them or stir this up again. All of these people, hopefully, that I've ever had any issue with or have had any issue with me, hopefully they're out living their lives, bettering their lives, making their lives better, dude, in their own way, and they have either forgotten about me or at least, hopefully, in some way, they found a way not to be bothered by me anymore, and I don't bring them any sort of distress or anger, right? Hopefully that they can feel what I feel. Sorry, again, not to be, this is just whatever, but, like, hopefully, like, I don't, to anyone that I ever felt like did me wrong on the internet, there's not really anybody that I still have any malice towards or anger towards or that I'm upset at, right? Yeah, dude. But it's just frustrating. And I also worry all the time that if they get brought up, then other people are going to start talking about them, and then somebody from this community is going to go cause problems, and it's just going to start up a whole heap load of shit that does not need to happen. And that's frustrating, dude. It's frustrating when that happens a good amount. And again, my own dumb fault. Honestly, a lot of these situations could have been avoidable. I could have done better. I could have been a better friend. I could have been a better streamer that they watch, right? Or maybe I overpromised things or whatever it was, being like, I'm a cozy streamer, like, whatever. I guess learn the definition of the category that you're going to put yourself in. Maybe I should stop saying I'm a fucking shitty virtual comedian or whatever stupid fucking thing that I've dubbed myself that I'm going to look back on in like 2 years and cringe at horribly. But yeah, man, I don't want that to continue. I've spent the last couple of months pretty much devoting a majority of my time to content creation. Any chance that I really get, a lot of my free time has been devoted to it. Pretty much all of my free time has been devoted to it. Other than my Madden hours over the last 4 or 5 months, that is pretty much the only free time other than directly hanging out with my family or my girlfriend or my friends, which has been very little, that I haven't been working on content in some way. And it's gotten me somewhere, right? Like, YouTube numbers are up. There's a couple more chatters in Twitch chat, but in the world of, getting things done, right? And like how far you should go from how much work you put in, right? There are definitely people that get less momentum from working as hard as I have, right? And you have to be delusional if you want to make it, or whatever people tell you, right? And this isn't part of what really burnt me out, but this is part of my vision now as being detached from content creation for like a week and like really thinking about it and considering it. It's not that far. It's not that far at all. Like, if I put as much work into like my freelance business or learning a new skill as I did in content creation, and not even content creation, right? It's literally just making content the way that I've been making it, right? And I'm not even doing it well. I'm not even doing it to my full capability. I'm trying to keep up with these fucking React channels or whatever, right? And upload 4 times a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, whatever it is, right? I can't fucking do that. I don't have an editor. I don't have a fucking editor. That's the only way that you can do some shit like that, unless you are absolutely psycho or absolutely have no life or have a couple of crazy different things going for you, a really fast computer, a really fast internet, really good at making thumbnails. You have everything compartmentalized perfectly, right? Or really well, right? If you have all that, I'm not saying it's impossible, right? Saying that you can't do it without an editor is crazy, but doing all of that, right? 4 uploads a day. You're editing videos, you're making thumbnails, you're writing descriptions, you're crediting all the original people, did I say editing already? Editing yourself, you're grabbing the VOD, you're all of that, and then uploading it, and then scheduling it. If you're doing that every single fucking day, you have a bigger workload than I could ever imagine, okay? I can't even imagine that level of workload, bro, doing that every single day. And I've been trying to do that, or work towards that, and honestly, bro, I was really hoping that it wouldn't make me this distraught, right, when I tried to do it again, because this is literally what happened last year, almost around this exact same time. Actually, I started a little bit earlier, and then I burn out a little bit earlier than right now, right, in the year. But I was hoping that there was going to be some form of positive reinforcement, right? And, looking at that little YouTube ad rev, and it said $60, and for a little bit there, I was like, oh, damn, dude, I haven't even been doing that much. But in the grand scheme of things, thinking about it, dude, what I've sacrificed for $60, I've sacrificed going outside. I've sacrificed making more money with my freelance business. I've sacrificed so much time of my life, dude. And that's another thing. It's like, I'm just like, dude, I can't keep doing this shit, bro. I can't keep burning all these hours down the drain of my life, bro. I don't want to look back and be in regret. And that kind of leads me perfectly into looking at my notes here. I worked 3 days, editing included. I made as much as I would on a great month on Twitch. Like, literally, I had a photography gig, which took up like 6 hours. And then I had a video gig, which I'll talk about in a couple points down from here. I did those, and then I edited 6, 7 hours, realistically, like 5 hours of actual editing today, right? On my porch, right? And I made as much as I would on a great month on Twitch at this point. Honestly, it's probably like 1.5 of an average month on Twitch at this point, and the YouTube ad rev, the best YouTube ad rev that I've ever gotten, which was, like $63 or something like that, when I peaked at like 300K short views or whatever the fuck it was, with a couple of long form views, right? A couple thousand long form views. And it's not about money, right? But if I'm devoting all of my time to this thing, and it's like 30 days, an amazing month, right, to make this much money, and maybe I'll make a little tiny bit more, right? Which, by the way, the amount of money is $300, right? Which, to some people working, minimum wage jobs, that's pretty good. You're like, oh shit, I can make $300 off of Twitch streaming? That's amazing, dude. only on amazing months. Only on absolutely, like when some fucking psycho comes in and gives, and I say that in the best possible way, gives like 50 subs or some shit like that. Actually, what's the math on that? Yeah, actually, I think that might be kind of correct. Somewhere through there, like, and yeah, I'm trying not to like jump ahead of myself here because I kind of try to have these concise, but it's just like kind of eye-opening to me, right? Because even if I end up hating doing gigs again and shit like that, I only have to do them, 5 days a month plus editing, and I'll make double, triple, quadruple what I'll make on Twitch, right? And I'll actually be able to live. I'll be able to, like, from time to time, take my girlfriend out to eat. I'll be able to go on a drive because I'm not stressed about paying my gas, to my gas in the tank to go on that drive, right? Like, I'll be able to do that shit. I'll be able to go out with my fucking friends. The couple of IRL friends that I really, really value, right? I'll be able to hang out in the Discord call with some of my friends and just play games because I just want to fucking play games, right? Or because I want to make some stupid little clips or whatever the fuck I want to do and edit those in my own time, or a video that I can edit in my own time. And that actually kind of leads almost perfectly into, or not perfectly, but kind of is a good segue for the next point. I wasn't thinking about segues. I was just like writing down in somewhat order everything that's been bothering me. I can't decide what kind of content I want to make, and YouTube suffers because of that, right? And the thing that I've realized is, like, this Twitch shit, there is no way, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard this already, there's literally no way that you can just survive straight off of Twitch. Like, even to sustain or grow in any way off of Twitch, unless you're going to play games with viewers, which I also realized, playing games I don't want to play, this also might be kind of crazy, but actually burns you out much quicker. It actually burns you out way faster, which was, I think, part of the reason why I burn out there pretty hard during the subathon. Not even that I was playing a ton of games I disliked, just some of them, and it literally like sucked. Again, this is over dramatic and so self-centered and whatever, trying to make myself the victim or whatever you want to fucking say, and whatever, it probably has some truth to it, right? But it literally like felt like it sucked the fucking life out of me. Like playing song comp and what's that one? What's the one where you draw, right? It sucked the life out of me. And it wasn't because I was like, or it wasn't because of the game specifically, right? It was because I felt like I had to do it, right? And I still owe Chad a couple of those fucking whatever. I owe like 2 hours of Among Us, and I'll get it done at some point, okay? But yeah, dude, it genuinely, like, playing games I don't like takes the life out of me. So to come back around to what I was saying, really the only way to grow on Twitch organically, because of the way that they've built the platform and continued to build it, instead of actually trying to value their Vods system and their individual video system, or even having a better discovery tab, right? Having a good algorithm for that shit, or having a good clip algorithm, instead of any of that, there's literally no way to fucking grow on Twitch. So I have to figure out what I want to do on YouTube, or at least be making some sort of content for YouTube, so that there is some hope in my mind that I'm not completely wasting my time. Because like I established a few minutes ago, money is not that, at least not right now, right? And I think that was a portion of why it made sense in like 2023, right? My costs were lower. Like straight up, my costs were so much lower. Like I have a car payment now. I got some fucking credit card debt to pay off. Which is my own fault. Car insurance to pay on. I gotta pay my phone bill now, and I want to be able to help my family out with bills and shit like that. Like I have more shit to worry about now. But I was also making more money then. Like, TikTok, even though it's fucking annoying and I absolutely hate it, brought people in who was able to give me money. And this isn't me being like, give me money and I'll stream more, right? It's like, if I ever want to get back to that point where I'm like, oh yeah, I can stream however much I want because I'm making enough, right? I need to find a way myself. Again, this isn't me. Like, I feel like some streamers come out here like, I'm not making enough money. I wish that people would give me more money. I don't ever want anyone to feel like that. I say that all the time. I genuinely mean it. It's just that that means that I need to find more people to watch the stream so that they can use a Twitch Prime, or maybe they feel so inclined that they want to grab a Patreon membership, or maybe they feel so inclined that they want to have a Twitch sub or a YouTube membership, something like that, right? To be able to support myself, to be able to stream more, right? And even when I was like making like $400, $500, $600 on Twitch a month, it was like, okay, this is like a part-time minimum wage job. Okay, yeah, I can waste hours and hours on it. But recently, as some of you know, and I predicted this, right? To be fair, I've been streaming long hours, right? I've been streaming hours and hours and hours, and especially with the subathon, where I literally, probably some of you watching this video know this, right? I literally let people add an hour for $1 on the double, the happy hour, right? Shit with Patreon and gifting memberships. And honestly, I don't even fucking know if I'm gonna get that money. It might get refunded because not enough people claim the memberships. And I should have just said that straight up and been like, sorry, dude, you wasted $10 or $20, or like, you're still getting 30 fucking minutes, right? I added free time onto the subathon. Like, for whatever, internet was acting out. Oh, you know what? Thanks so much for the raid. Here, I'll add even more time. Like, every viewer I was adding 2 minutes to the subathon. I'm wasting so much time, right? And the only reason that the subathon even remotely was like, oh, good, I didn't completely fucking waste like so much precious time, right? And I'm not completely fucked for money, right? Is because some kid fucking charged it on his grandma's card, and I tried to get him to take it back, and maybe he fucking did, and Twitch is just eating it, but I highly doubt it with the way that Twitch is. But I got an extra couple $100 at the end, and it wasn't even a crazy amount of time, and it was 10 hours added at the end, right? Everything else was basically like, let's see, if we count the Patreon money, I probably made $350 for literally almost 2 weeks of my time, like almost constant, or not almost constant, because, you know, the internet was shitting out and I was trying to go live as much as possible, but like it felt like constant because it was like, get up, eat, take my dog out, get on stream until as long as the internet would allow me, or until I go to sleep, wake up, maybe shower, get on stream, and repeat. And I feel like I have to be live, which then adds to the burnout even more. And also, since this is like me like telling all right now, people just constantly being like, damn, he's not up yet, or like when the internet was working, you're like, damn, bro, does this dude even stream? Cut right through, because I was already burning out and I wasn't getting enough sleep, dude. It was cutting right fucking through me, dude, and hurting my feelings more than I think I could ever put into words. And it doesn't make sense. It's crybaby shit. It's me making the victim shit, right? All of that shit. But to be honest, like, I'm just being honest. That's kind of what this whole thing is. Okay, I'm not even halfway through here, and I've already recorded more than I wanted to record the whole video, so that's cool. Yeah, I can't keep up with the content I'm creating now the way I am, and I kind of said that already. I can't fucking upload 4 videos a day. I don't even know if I can upload 1 video a day right now where I'm at. Maybe, well, I won't jump ahead, but right now I just can't fucking do that, dude. I can't keep doing all these short forms. I was really hoping that short form content was going to pick up, so I'm gonna have to do something different. This one is such a diva fucking note, but it's something that, like, I have thought in my head, so I feel like I should tell you, since this is a tell-all, you know? I work constantly, no one ever mentions it. Not that it's normal in this field, but I edit photos and fully enjoy all of that and get like multiple people telling me they are good, right? I literally had this happen the other day. Literally multiple people. I shot for 2 bands, multiple members in the bands said that they, like, either, like, before I even fucking took the photos, were like, yeah, you're like either one of our favorite photographers, you know, that's what one band said, and the other band was like, you're our favorite photographer in the area. Like, you're really talented, right? And then after, we're like, these are some of the best photos we've ever had. These are insane, right? like that kind of shit gassing me up. I enjoy almost all of that. Literally the only thing that I don't enjoy is walking into the venue, right? For that kind of shit. But contrasting that to stream, I stream and it feels like I'm never fucking good enough. There's always something that people complain about. Right? Or not always, but a lot of the times, like whenever I do something that I feel like is really like good, there's shit for people to complain about. And also, you know, people maybe not intentionally, but literally shitting on me. Like there is, coming back around to the first, or not the first, the second thing in this video. I think I might have said the first earlier too, referring to this, but I'm a sensitive motherfucker, man. There's shit that people say in this chat that they would never say to someone in real life. And if they did, I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm too much of a pushover and I'm too empathetic or whatever, you know. I guess I'm jerking myself off here, but like, I would never say that shit to someone. And maybe it's like me and the way that I present myself, right? I had this discussion with the homie Skip the other day. I was like, I think it's because I play this dumb fucking idiot on stream. And to be fair, I am a dumb fucking idiot a lot of times, right? And I play it up. But that also doesn't mean that I deserve to be shit on as much as I do, realistically, right? But yeah, to get shit on stream almost constantly, and then after I make content for YouTube to then get shit on YouTube or, you know, wherever I put out the content, but mostly YouTube, it's demoralizing, dude. There's literally like, and let me be like, you know, fair. There's some people that are like, hey Chris, like, you know, this stream really helps me. And I appreciate that a ton. And that makes me feel like it is worth it. And that is literally the reason why I have probably streamed the last year and a half, and why when I almost hung things up in September/October of last year, when I burnt out for the second time that year, like hard, maybe third time hard, that I came back to it was literally for that. I said, I don't give a fuck if I make any money for a really long time, which, you know, clearly that's gone to shit, but all of these are factoring into that. But I am not the one that helped you. And you need to realize that. And that's something that I realize. You helped you. And that's an amazing thing. You need to pat yourself on your back. If me saying that, like, oh yeah, Chris did help me, right? If that struck a chord and a realism to any of you, it was not me, dude. You were gonna find another fucking streamer, you're gonna find another YouTuber that helped you through that shit, right? It wasn't me. I'm a fucking vessel for you doing the thing. I'm the vessel, you're the fucking captain, you know? Steering that thing, bro. I'm the vehicle, you're the driver, man. I'm incredibly honored that I was ever able to do that for anyone, and I am glad that I have been live, but it's not at all the same thing. I don't feel proud of myself for that. I don't feel like I'm making a difference, because for a while I did, but then I realized that, like, yo, if people could have done this. And another thing, it goes around back to the first point, a lot of these people that have said this shit to me end up fucking hating me. And again, I have myself to blame for that, right? But mentally, subconsciously, that shit fucking hurts me, man. That shit burns. Because, like, I know a lot of the times that people who say that, whenever they say it to me, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm gonna fuck this up and you're gonna end up hating me. And I know I've been saying that about, like, a joke as mods for anybody that's been, like, you know, in the stream and is, like, parasocial like that, right? But, like, I genuinely mean it. Like, eventually, if you hang around too consistently and get too close to me, not to be like, I'm a Sigma male, I need to push everyone away, love's not worth it, whatever, yada yada. But no, genuinely, I genuinely believe that I will eventually push you away. Yeah, dude. You gotta be a special kind of fucked up to I don't know, be friends with me or be close to me for a really long time. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm really realizing that right now as a whole. Like, I have realized that it's, like, hard to be friends with me, but yeah, dude. Again, I'm sorry that this is coming off as me playing the victim and yada yada. I just want to be honest, dude, because like there's been so many times that I've bit my tongue about shit. And I'm like, well, I don't want to say that because I'm going to sound like I'm making myself out to be the victim. I'm not a fucking victim, dude. This is almost every single one of these problems, even people shitting on me in Twitch chat, comes back to myself. Really, at the end of the day, it comes back to myself. Content not going farther is my own dumb fault. If I was smarter and I knew better how to fully understand algorithms completely or understand trends. Actually, really, it's trends. I understand algorithms, but if I could understand trends and be better at doing research on what is currently working well, I could be much bigger and more successful than I am. But what do? I keep fucking grinding away at myself in my own way, doing what I love or makes me happy at the time, and I burn myself out and I ruin shit for myself. And I'm doing literally right now by not uploading, I ruin any sense of momentum that I have, not streaming any sense of momentum that I have. So again, this isn't, don't take this as me. If I'm painting myself out to be a victim, I'm just throwing myself even farther into a hole. So please don't, I don't know, don't feel sympathy for me. I feel like a lot of the times whenever I'm at my lowest with this shit, or like when I'm at close to a breaking point, I say, no, I want to become something so that I can help people like my mom or Chucky or Jake or any of my friends, or like, I have friends in a band. I won't say the band's name because there's like a chance that this video just absolutely gets shit on. I wouldn't want them to be dragged into this. But there's so much of me that just wants to be able to support like my mom and Chucky and my friends financially, right? And my family, obviously, financially. And then I want to have some sort of a following so that I can then help the people that have like genuinely, I don't know, made me feel like I don't want to kill myself, I don't know, dude, this specific band, like, not to go back to, and I'm building a lot of my own ego and self-worth into the fact that I'm like at least somewhat okay at photography. But like, it was literally like when the internet was shitting out and like nothing was working right. And like that day, the homies hyped me up, and like they hyped me up more than they had to. It was like, yo, dude, like you're a part of this band and you're like basically a part of this band and you're like my fucking brother. And like shit like that, hearing shit like that when I'm like feeling at one of my lowest, right? Like I'm literally like flipping the fuck out and like crashing out, and being like, holy fuck, why am I alive? Like I'm not actually suicidal. I wouldn't kill myself because I have Chucky and my mom and realistically like Jake, right? But there's a part of me sometimes is like, holy fuck, if I didn't have them, I would just, I'm out. Yeah, dude. But to hear that shit at that point, it meant a lot to me. And I already knew that there was like that kind of love there. And that's like part of the reason why I've been so hard. Like I want to make something of myself so then I can share that with the people that I care about. Yeah, bro, I don't know. And to be fair, I don't have this in my fucking notes, but there are people on Twitch that do that sometimes. Like some of my closest friends and shit. And I really appreciate that. That will like reach out to me if I'm having a hard time sometimes, or like see that I post something in the vent chat. I just feel like sometimes it takes me crashing out or them knowing that I'm close to crashing out. And to be fair, I don't really do this shit for them either. So I don't really have any room to talk. It's kind of like, being mad that somebody doesn't support you. Well, do you support them back? No. Okay. Well then, realistically, there's not that many people that are kind enough to go out of their way. Or, and let me say this, like sometimes people like say stuff to me and I appreciate it, but it doesn't feel genuine. I do appreciate it so much. Like people will reach out to me and shit, make sure I'm good, or like say something in chat, make sure I'm good. But like, I don't know what it is, man. And I think it comes back to me. I think I'm a big, this is like, 85% all me here, right? This is like, majority all me, but this is I guess streamer tells all or whatever. I've also realized that like, yo, dude, I'm going to be 25 next year. And not that you have to have everything figured out at 25. There's a lot of people who don't have shit figured out till they're 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Can I get 55, 60, 60 go once, 60 going twice, whatever. But I should start figuring out a little bit. I should figure it out a little bit and do something that has some like real momentum and something that I'm good at. Because, I mean, again, not to be like, oh, woe is me or play the victim here, but I don't know if I'm good at this shit. People can tell me that in chat, and I do appreciate that a ton. Don't get me wrong. People can tell me in YouTube comments, but when it's like overwhelmingly everywhere else except for this little, basically almost safe place on the internet tells me that I'm not going to make it and I'm horrible and overwhelmingly people dislike me. Like, I feel like I'm literally like a rage baiter sometimes. Like, that's how much people shit on me. And then it's like, well, maybe I'm just straight up not good at this shit. At the end of the day, there's only so many years that I can tell myself and so many overwhelmingly negative comments that I can tell myself that I am actually likable. At least by people on the internet. That's literally the next point. So I make so many people on the internet mad, but most people, unless they are lying to my face, like me in real life. And that's something I realized during the subathon, right? As people were like, there was like a portion where people were like, I don't know, something made me feel like everybody really disliked me, or like I was making everyone mad, or whatever it was, whatever stupid fucking insecurities were shining through for myself. But I was like, so everyone here like only really likes me as like a funny jester and don't really connect with me on a personal level. But like, I'm hanging out with people that are like my age or like 30, 35, and they like fuck with me. Why is that? Like, why is that? Why do people not fuck with me on the internet? And I wish I could tell you why. And maybe people are just fucking lying to my face. Maybe I actually pissed them off more than I could ever know. And the thing is just people feel comfortable enough that through a screen they can say that they fucking hate me. Or that they dislike me, or that I annoy them incredibly. And they would never say that in real life. But I feel like if people keep inviting me places or continuing to say that they actually genuinely appreciate my friendship, and that they don't just see me, a lot of this is like through my photography. They don't just see me as like a photographer. They see me as a friend, right? Like, nobody's making them say that shit, right? They can gas my photography up all day to get more photos from me. But there's some people that like just genuinely fuck with me, that I really, really, really appreciate. Yeah. And so I don't know if I'm just whatever lying or they're lying to me fully and I'm lying to myself, but I think I'm too loyal in my own way to people. I know a lot of former friends will say that this is a total cap, but in my own way, I'm loyal and empathetic too much for my own good to a lot of people on the internet who end up hurting me. And again, this is me like totally playing the victim here, but I feel like a lot of times I like totally buy into somebody being my friend or like caring about them more than I should way too early into them just being in my chat. And like, being in my chat shouldn't be like we're Insta friends, or even that after a little while we're friends, right? I feel like there should be some sort of like, I support you so you support me type of way. And a lot of people kind of get this view of it being like, oh, I watch your Twitch stream. Well, maybe it's like again, something's not wired correctly in my head, but I don't really think, and some of these people don't even fucking watch my Twitch stream for a while, and then they come back and act like I'm their fucking homie, right? But I don't really view it that way enough that if you're gonna constantly shit on me, that or not constantly, but some people, they come, I feel like everybody, I just got the sense that everybody in my fucking chat is gonna be like, it's me. It's nobody in particular, dude. Well, it was somebody in particular when I was talking about a situation coming up, but that person's probably too unaware and doesn't give a fuck enough to know about this. Or know this is about, or know that was about them when I was talking about, I feel like a situation is coming up. But I feel like a lot of the times I'm like, I put my heart on the line a lot, or like wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't even know how to describe it. I just feel like a lot of the times I, in my own way, am very loyal and think that somebody is going to be my friend for a while. And then maybe this is more healthy. Maybe they just see me as the fucking court jester. And maybe they move to another fucking kingdom and now they see the other court jester, right? And that's not like an analogy for, going to another streamer or whatever. Go to another streamer. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like a sense of loyalty, and then people say and do shit that really hurts me. Which, to be fair, goes into my point perfectly here. They probably don't know it hurts me because I'm a fucking pushover. I'm a fucking pushover in every aspect of my fucking life, dude. And maybe this isn't like a streamer tells all. Maybe this is just I haven't been able to talk to chat for a week and just chatting, and I don't have a therapist, so nobody else hears this, right? I don't feel like burdening my girlfriend or my mom or Jake with this type of shit. But I'm a fucking pushover in every aspect of my life, and one of those ways is not setting healthy boundaries. And again, please don't let this video, like, if you care about me or have been in my stream a lot and like genuinely care about the stream or whatever, don't let this weigh heavy on your mind, dude. A majority of these issues are my own fault, but I don't know. I just wanted to talk about why I might not be streaming. But yeah, I'm a pushover. I should set better boundaries. If somebody does something I don't like in chat, I should just tell them. But I am constantly afraid that I am going to end up causing another issue where I end up banning someone or someone ends up talking shit about me behind my back. And it turns people against me. So I guess I got to get some real therapy to fix that and why my brain's wired like that. I view the people in my chat as my friends, and that's not healthy. Kind of a repeat, dude. But yeah, again, I really shouldn't unless we like hang out or like, I don't know, dude. There's like people that only hang out in chat that I do genuinely consider my friends, but I also feel like I could message them. And I don't know. I feel like I let people in. I don't even know how to describe this properly. I should have typed this out and maybe thought it out more, but I let people in Twitch chat get as close to me as friends so they can hurt me as much as a friend could hurt me, even if they don't know that we're close like that. Or I really should try and find a way to unwire my brain so that it doesn't do that. Because at the end of the day, most of the people aren't my friends. And to be fair, like to myself, and they don't really treat me like a friend would treat a friend, I wrote this down, but I kind of talked about it earlier. I did a subathon where I was legit live as much as possible as I possibly could, and people that mean a lot to me still found a way to complain. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, dude. I want to keep making content, but I have to warn you all, it's going to be different in the future. I'm probably going to be distant for a while, then go full swing again with content. That's just been what I've done the last few years. But I wanted to make a video to explain all of my issues with content creation. Yeah, man. This happens every couple of months, dude. I'm like, holy shit, I love streaming. Fuck everything else. Like, I'm just gonna go because I love this shit so fucking much. And then I think I make myself very weak to people really hurting me in Twitch chat and online because I go too hard. And then I burn out super hard and I crash and burn like this. And now I'm telling you all good portion of the reasons why I burn out. The things that weigh on my subconscious a lot. Or just my conscious a lot, and I think about a lot. Yeah, dude. And I don't want to feel like I have to stream or make content anymore. I want to be able to do this shit whenever I want, whenever I fully, love it. And I kind of talked about how I wanted to replan my scheduled days on stream, and I should have done that, honestly. Some people had some, like, a little bit of backlash for it, but I should have done that, and maybe I wouldn't have crashed out this hard, because I would have felt better going into the subathon. I don't really know what could have made me feel better going into the subathon, though, fully, because I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, and I pushed that aside for the subathon, because I don't know, I thought that it was going to be, I don't want to say, like, more people support, because there's so many people supporting, like, so many people rated me and like went out of their way to get people to rate me, and like people did give me their money even though they exploited the system, you know, or not exploited it, but they used it how they could to make me stay alive the longest. I appreciate that. I don't know. I think I built up my expectations of it for myself and what I was going to do, and that didn't end up happening because I couldn't do that because of the internet. And maybe I could have done it myself, or I could have done it if I didn't lie to myself and tell myself that. But what am I gonna do, dude? Nothing I can do about it now. And I'm sorry for complaining about it because that was amazing, and the highs were really great. I had a great time when things were going well. I don't want to feel stuck to one type of content. And I think that's been my problem, is going back to YouTube. I feel like I have to stick to a certain type of content. But maybe I should just really go full in on people like my personality, then they'll stay for whatever reason they like it. Even though it seems that there's a lot of people that don't. Which is, you know, I feel like I didn't say it fair, dude. You know, it's fair if you don't like me. If something about me makes you upset. I'm sorry it does. And then this is kind of a loop background because I accidentally said it too quickly. Most of the things I've said here are my fault. But yeah, literally most of the things said here are my fault. Again, I don't want anyone to feel like it's their fault, because there's no one person that contributed to all of this, and nobody should feel at fault for this, because there's nothing to change or there's nothing to fix now, dude. I mean, if people want to try and be a little more aware in the future of the telltale signs of things actually really starting to bother me and not continuing to shit on me, when you can tell that I'm already in a bad mood, or trying to be like, hey, if somebody said this to me on the internet, would it make me cry? Then, you know, maybe keep it yourself. But, you know, if that doesn't happen, I'm sure there's going to be tons of people that see this video or there's going to be tons of people that stop in on a stream at some point that have never seen this video or whatever, and I'm a pushover, so I'm not going to tell them any differently. Or maybe I will. I've been trying to get better at that. And there's tons of people in Twitch chat that's not going to see this. And, you know, my grand scheme was to upload this after being gone for a little while. But I don't know if that's even the right move. What a stupid fucking way to capitalize on any momentum I had of people, for whatever reason, caring about me being gone. Which I'm really sorry to any messages I haven't replied to. I've just been kind of trying to stay away from everything stream. I haven't even been working on stream content offline. I made a couple of shorts, and maybe I'll make some more shorts, and maybe it'll remind me why I love this shit. But I don't know, dude. I'm crispy levels burnout, dude. I am, and not even like, you know, crispy, like good crispy, like burnt shit in the bottom of your air fryer after you haven't cleaned it out after a couple of times making something burnt, okay? Or burnt like my neck from the sunburn that I got yesterday when I made a fucking documentary. I literally went out with my homie yesterday. I made new friends, like really cool new friends, and I made a fucking documentary. I edited it today, and I got paid to fucking do it, dude. Which is really cool. That's something that I might have skipped out on in the past, you know? I might have skipped out on a few months ago. I might have just been like, dude, no, I can't do that socially. But another thing I've realized is, like, I think a lot of the times I let stream tell me that I'm not good at talking to people, or I'm not good at existing or being a human. But that's a lie, dude. Like I had good conversations with introverted people at the gig I was at the other day. I went to whole ass fucking protests and shit, and like I don't have to be that anxious all the time. That's not true. Like, straight up, you know, people, YouTube comments tell me that I'm fucking annoying. It's not fucking true always, you know? Maybe to some people at the gig, I was unbearable. And they were like, oh God, I hope that guy never talks to me again. And that's fair. They can stay away from me, okay? They don't feel the need to comment on they don't feel the need to tell me that. I'm not like leaving the venue and they're like, hey, this is my review of you. Or I walk into the venue and they see me and they go, hey, this is my review of you. You're annoying. But yeah, dude. this isn't the next point that I've written down, but it reminded me, I'm fucking terrified of getting swatted. Yeah, dude. And that's like one of the things that I realized that I would have to worry about if I ever made it anywhere in content creation. And honestly, I probably have to worry about now because, I don't know, dude. There's probably genuinely people that like don't fuck with me that much. You know, I've talked to my mom about it and Chucky, and they're both like, don't worry about it. Like, you just, you know, come out with your hands up, fucking whatever. But I genuinely worry about that shit all the fucking time, man. Because who knows what some fucking crazy person's gonna do or say to that could get me or one of my loved ones killed, dude. Like, I constantly worry about that shit. Cause I know it's irrational, right? But like, it's possible. It's possible always, bro. No matter how big you are. And I you know, again, I'd be pissing people off, so who knows? By my face or my annoying laugh or my annoying personality or whatever it is. But yeah, dude, I'm trying to buy a property in West Virginia and just be away from people shitting on me on the internet. Yeah, dude, and live in the moment and have fun with my family and friends and fucking edit another documentary on my little fucking MacBook here. Yeah, dude. No matter what happens, I feel like I've hopefully made lifelong friends streaming. There's you know, I know I said all this shit about friends and like not making everyone in chat my friends, but there's a lot of people whose friendships I genuinely appreciate so fucking much. And I already know that anybody that has watched this far is probably what's gonna be an hour-long video. There's no way. There are people that hit me up and make sure that I'm all right. I said it already earlier, but like people do hit me up and make sure I'm all right, and that means the world to me. There are people that have been way better friends to me on stream than I have ever been to them and probably could ever be, honestly. Not even on stream, off stream, you know, hitting me up and making sure I'm okay on Discord or texting me or whatever it is, dude. And I hope anybody watching this video that watches my streams, this is probably about you, dude, to be honest with you. If you've watched this far, it's probably about you. I probably consider you one of my closest fucking friends in this entire world if you care enough about me to watch this far as a human being. Because if you care about me as a Twitch streamer or a content creator, you have probably tuned out by now. You are probably sick of this whine and shit, and you're like, whatever, I'll go find another one. This dude is easily replaceable. I'm sorry if I've let anyone down, if I've let you all down, or whoever might be watching this far. Sorry if I made your day worse in any way. If you watch this far, you know, if you support me, you've supported me the last year, 2 years, 3 years. You know, post the Roblox fall off or whatever. I guess that'd be 2 years, or post the Among Us fall off or whatever it was. Post the Call of Duty Zombies fall off or whatever. I genuinely appreciate you a ton. I appreciate you keeping my dreams alive. Oh, that reminds me, I missed one of these things. Maybe I've been lying to myself about this content creation stuff being the dream. Maybe it was the thing keeping me from my dreams, and I sold myself a pipe dream. Not a pipe bomb. But, genuinely, I like, even if that's true, this whole time I've been like, this is the dream. This is the thing that one of the things that brings me the most joy in my life, and for portions of the time that I've been streaming the last 2 years, the thing that did bring me the most joy in my life. Yeah, dude. I appreciate you all so much. Again, more than I could ever fucking put into words, dude. I know I say that all the time, but I really do mean it. And if I ever stream again, it's because of you motherfuckers watching this. And some of the other people that won't watch this shit, because who the fuck has time to watch all this shit? Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, I don't know if I was ever made for this shit. I was just some 12-year-old doing what the people I looked up to were doing, and now I'm just an adult with not enough backbone or sense of self to do something for myself.